today to show you the books that I'm excited to read in 2025. All of these are on my Kindle, but I also do read physical books. The first one is The Kiss Quotient. I have read a ton of books similar to this, and I just haven't read this one yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. So this is on my list that I'm excited to read. I picked one for each month, even though I read over 100 books a year. These are just the ones that I picked, excited to read, and then I picked a few extras. This one is Neon Gods. I've had this in my to be read for a while. I've heard it's super spicy, but also it's like the first in the series, and it's Hades and Persephone, so I can't wait to read that. This one I haven't heard a lot about. I got I think it was an Instagram ad recommending this book to me. It's The Blood of Hercules, and she's related to Hercules, I'm assuming. I don't know. It looks amazing. I read Lore. I really loved Lore, and I feel like this is going to be on a similar vein as Lore, so going to read this. This starts the F1 books, and this is the only one in this list, but I have a whole stack to be read of F1 or racing inspired books. I could do a whole video on those. If you guys want to know my F1 recommendations for books, let me know. I will do a whole video. But Off Track is on my list to read in 2025. This one has been on my to be read for a while. This is Holding the Reins. And who doesn't love a cowboy? So, or a cowgirl. But I'm excited. I'm definitely going to jump right into this one. I think this is going to be my next read. But I could be wrong, because I do have Lucky Charm on my list, and this was recommended to me in multiple ads, and I kept swiping away. I was like, no, I'm not really into it. It's a football book, but it's also music. It's inspired by Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and that confirms that on the dedication page. So it's inspired by them. Definitely going to read it. I'll tell you my thoughts. I read the pumpkin spice one in this series, and this is the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. I loved that. It was super cute. I immediately bought all of them that were available. So, gonna jump into this. I think this is more of a cozy read, so maybe in the fall. Who knows? Us in Ruins was not recommended to me. I was scrolling on Amazon, and I saw this, and I was like, oh my gosh, that brings my love of reading and my love of history together with romance. So, of course, I bought it immediately, and I'm super excited for this one. This is Given Our History. This was recommended to me on a book page, I believe, because it's like Taylor Swift coded. And of course, if it's Taylor Swift coded, I'm going to read it. And I haven't jumped into this yet. This is definitely like an autumn book, but super excited. This is the second in a series by Elsie Silver. This is Wild Eyes. I read Wild Love first, and this has been on my to be read because for some reason I jumped around and skipped to another series before finishing this one. So we'll be reading this. This is a Tessa Bailey book. I've read books by her before. I've not read this. This is the first in a series called Mouth to Mouth, the Beach Kingdom series. And I'm one to judge a book by its cover. I saw this, immediately thought, yes, I'd like a beach with a motorcycle man. This is Powerless. This was recommended to me by my friend Emily. She also has a YouTube channel, Emily Baker. You should go watch her because she's awesome. But love the cover here. And she's blew through these books quick. So I'm excited to read it. I love a fantasy book. I love a little romance too. So very excited. This is Kiss and Repeat, and this is probably the cutest book on this list. I read the synopsis. I'm very excited to read it because this is about a boy that has Tourette syndrome, and he stops ticking when he kisses the girl. So that's adorable. This is Once in Future. This says this time Excalibur chooses her. Anytime Excalibur is mentioned, knights, anytime that happens, I'm going to read the book. I'm immediately going to grab that and read it. And it's a James Patterson Presents book. So very excited. And this I've had on my to be read for 4 years. This is Belle Revolt, and it has horrible reviews on Goodreads, and I don't know why, but I'm definitely going to read it. Like I said, the cover drew me in for this one, and I'm very excited to read it, though. That's my to be read for 2025. Let me know in the comments below what you're going to be reading.